because of the record heat wave sweeping much of the southern U.S., they've decided to close the roof and turn the AC to full blast here at AT&T Stadium in Arlington. Today, longtime foes square off in the NFC East, as it'll be the Philadelphia Eagles taking on the Dallas Cowboys. Here's the kicker, Jake Elliott, ready to get this one started. And off we go on EA Sports. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, still a good return. They'll start the drive right around the 37. Time for Dak Prescott and the Dallas offense to go to work. Prescott, of course, the former fourth-round pick in 2016 out of Mississippi State.
Another big season last year when he threw for over 4,500 yards for the third time in his career. He's a big-time performer, but right now, all he's thinking about is having much more success come playoff time.
The game's first play produces 6 yards, brings up second down. Prescott off play action. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up third down. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Now Prescott. A short one there taken in by Ferguson. And he will have a Cowboys first down by about 3 yards or so as they wind up getting 7 there on 3rd and 4.
First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
They try the left side here with Williams. And shedding through the tackle. 17 yards on the play there, and the Cowboys have a first down.
Well, as we've learned over the years, just because a guy plays left tackle doesn't mean he doesn't have run blocking abilities. And we just saw it there. Controlled the line of scrimmage, created a big game.
That's kind of a bonus. He's there to protect that high value that you have back under center, but he creates space in the run game.
Yeah, not only can he dance, he can mash, too.
Here's Prescott. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down.
It's second down and 10.
Up the middle, it's Williams. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent game.
It's a gain of 5.
Here comes the 7th play of this opening drive. They've moved it well, but here's 3rd down. Looking to throw. Prescott. Work in the middle of the field. He's gotten there complete. And he will have a Cowboys first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. It's opening drive, and they're now 2 for 2 on 3rd down conversions.
And let's face it, anytime we talk to any coaching staff, heck, players, they always talk about winning 3rd down, how important that is, the deciding factor in winning a football game, and they're off to a really nice start.
Got an open man, it's Pickens. And the Cowboys are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5.
A lot of precision being shown on this opening drive. They've been methodical, they've been crisp, and as a reward, they're going to be set up with an early 1st and goal.
They'll try and run forward with Davis. And they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down.
The Eagles 7-yard line.
To throw is Prescott. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
It hasn't been a real good start to this game from a defensive perspective, but now after the incompletion on 2nd down, things may be changing. If they can come up with one more play, they might be able to get out of it with just a field goal attempt.
Prescott on 3rd and goal. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. So on 4th down, Prescott off, and on is Aubrey for the Cowboy field goal. And this one is right through. And the Cowboys are going to jump out to a 3-0 lead. All in all, a pretty decent opening drive, Charles. Pretty balanced. They had the passing game going and the rushing attack, too.
I would think they have to be happy with that start because you get your ground game going, which means your offensive line and your runners are pretty happy, and then you get your aerial attack going as well. So your quarterback and receivers have smiles on their faces. Now both up to speed, awaiting their next possessions for this game. They can't wait to get started again.
Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. He was unable to shake free there. They'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
And we constantly talk about people being on the same page. In this situation, the two of them saw the play with the same eyes. They understood where the open spaces were going to be, and they found a way to get there to pick up a new set of downs.
Here's Hurts to throw. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. It'll be a gain of just a yard. And that brings up 3rd and a full 10 yards. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the 1st down and move the chains. They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Dallas Goedert, of course, he'll do well in this stadium. He's got a 1st down. Hurts sets up to throw it. He's got Smith here. Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line.
It's a gain of 10. 1st down, Eagles.
Throwing is Hurts. This will be caught by Brown. They'll give him 4 yards there, and it'll be 2nd down. But yet another completion here on this opening drive, and he's now perfect 4 of 4 to start. Pretty solid execution here.
And how about how everyone's handled their nerves? Because you know what it's like to start a ball game. You're so amped up and ready to go, but sometimes the execution isn't there. They've been flawless so far. Well drilled, well prepared, and excited to start this game.
This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard. They'll try to run forward Barkley. And he is going to have an Eagles 1st down as they're able to convert on 3rd and short yardage with a gain of 4.
2-yard line. A 4-yard pickup on the play. 1st down, Philadelphia.
From the gun, it's Hurts. And this will be incomplete.
Then their backs up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
Hurts. And he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a hole. He'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's 3rd down. So 7 yards from the 1st down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Well, I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches.
A gain of 6 yards on the play. Brings up 4th down.
They'll set up to throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Eagles unable to convert there on 4th. And this 11-play drive is going to lead to nothing on the scoreboard. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. Throwing, Prescott. On the out route, it's Lamb to the ground. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And they'll have a 2nd and 1 forthcoming. From the gun, a give to Davis. And they'll get him down here at the 23. 2 yards on the pickup, but that's all they needed to move the sticks. We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports. Start of the 2nd quarter, and it's the Cowboys in possession as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Prescott to throw it. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Buried for the sack by big Jalen Carter.
Now 2nd and 19.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Prescott now. Well, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on 1st down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down. On to punt now, Anger as he boots this one away. And a fair catch taken back near about the 35, 36-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. They'll motion the tight end across the formation. Play action. Here's Hurts. And that one's going to be off target and incomplete.
It's a tried-and-true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he sensed being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. That's complete. It's the rookie from USC. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A great effort there. 63 yards. And the Eagles have taken the lead. On for the extra point, Jake Elliott. And this is up and good to make it 7-3. Pretty clean and simple there. Just 2 plays. The long pass resulting in the touchdown on play number 2. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. The Cowboys about set to take over on offense. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs. Because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
And they get him down, but not before takes it across the 40-yard line. 13 yards and a first down, Cowboys.
First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Again, it's Davis.
We'll get this up to about the 44.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defense in front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
Here's Prescott. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Lamb. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out.
First down. First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Now Prescott.
A short one there taken in by Ferguson.
Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll be second down.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. Now a give up the middle to Williams. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. 7 yards there and a first down.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
They stick to the ground game on first down. It's Williams. Able to break through that initial contact and winds up getting about 3 there. It's second down.
Not a huge carry there on first down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on second down.
On play action, Prescott. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete.
They're putting together a drive here in the final minutes of the half, but the coverage has been tight all game long, and they certainly want to keep them off the scoreboard here.
The Cowboys on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. And he will have the first before he's brought down right on the chalk of the 20.
45 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now a handoff. Here's Williams. This will be a 5-yard pickup as they move it from the 20 to the 15.
Consecutive positive runs for him on the last 2 snaps. He certainly appears to be trying to put the offense on his back and just move them down the field where his number is called. The way he's running it, I keep going back to him.
Prescott. And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much.
I'm really liking what I'm seeing from this defense because their coverage has been playing at a shutdown level so far. Even backed up late, they're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep them out of the end zone as the first half winds down.
They're going to look to throw.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the Eagles are going to take possession here as they've got it at their own 4-yard line.
2 minutes to play in this first half. 7-3 our score. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
They take over here following the interception. That's the good news. The tough spot is the spot that they're in. That's inside the 5.
Under pressure, and down he goes in the end zone, and that's a safety.
The goal was to score just before the break, but I'm not sure that a safety was how they expected to do it, but give the defenders credit. They saw how the series was starting out, and I think it increased their intensity. This was their chance to make a huge play before the half, and all they needed was one play to get it done.
Oh, he put it on the carpet, a fumble.
The offense getting set again. We spotlight Javonte Williams, the running back. They're behind in the first half here, CD, but it's not through any fault of their running back. He's had a strong start to this one.
And you're right about that, partner, because watching him play, you would think that his team is in the lead. He has been a lot of fun in this contest. Now let's see if they can actually make something happen, put more points on the board behind his efforts.
Yeah, I'm curious to see, Charles, if they can play complementary football and get that passing game going as well.
Off the play fake, Prescott rolling to his right, and he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Dak Prescott taking it in from 4 yards out, and the Cowboys are once again back in front.
Aubrey good with the PAT.
And the lead is up to 5.
Eagles 7.
They had the short field, and they made quick work of it. Just 2 plays to get into the end zone.
So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And this one definitely not in the landing zone. In fact, it's over the back line. So this is going to come out to the 35.
Philadelphia's offense ready to give us another look.
And things have changed since the last time they had it. The safety led to the touchdown, so now they find themselves behind as they begin with a 1st and 10.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. So the completion good for 7 there, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Smith. It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3. At the
now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw.
Gets this to Saquon Barkley out of the backfield.
And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40.
A gain of 16 yards. And an Eagle 1st down.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. Got a man, it's Brown. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and it's 2nd down.
6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4. Cowboys 36-yard line.
Out of the shotgun, they run with Barkley. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. Now the Eagles will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the 1st half. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Complete. Smith has it. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. The end result, 21 yards.
Philadelphia.
And the tight end goes in motion left.
Here's Hurts to throw. The throw left sideline falls incomplete.
And here you're down in the red zone. You need to be smart, not force anything. So that's a wise decision to just get rid of the football.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Hurts. And Goddard's got it. Touchdown, Eagles.
Touchdown.
10 yards on the touchdown pass.
And the Eagles will take the lead here in the final minute of the 1st half.
Elliott good on the extra point. And the lead is now 2. So that drive 7 plays in length.
And the drive was all finished off on the touchdown catch by Dallas Goedert.
Elliott now to kick this one away.
And able to get this out to the 25. And the Cowboys going to go on offense one final time in this 1st half.
And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Prescott now has hit on 7 of 17 passes, just 41%, but it's 1st and 10. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Now Prescott.
That's going to be caught by Pickens.
And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 45-yard line. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. This will approach NFL record territory. It's a 62-yard attempt. And his kick here is good. And that will do it for this first half.
So a tight one so far, 1-point game at the break as we check in with Scott Hansen at our halftime report. Scott.
All right, Brandon, thanks much. Welcome into the Orlando studios. Scott Hansen with you on an abridged halftime report. Good competitive first half. This game kind of has a punch-counter-punch feel to it, as reflected on the scoreboard. Tight game going into the second half. Can either team pull away? To find out, let's go back to the stadium and our broadcast team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Scott, we thank you as always, and we'll see what happens here in the second half. Both teams trying to find the right formula to come out with the victory.
It's the Eagles ready to see the football first, and they trail here as we resume action in this third quarter. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. Out come the Eagles now as they'll go on offense first here in the third quarter.
Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the third quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point. And now that he's getting the ball to start the second half, how about all the offense that you already referenced in the first half? He'll put that all together and come out with something really strong, I believe, to get things going here in the third quarter.
Barkley, inside handoff. Oh, able to avoid him. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Philadelphia picking up the first on a gain of 15. Those are the type of runs that we did not see from him in the first half, but a good start to the third quarter.
And I know what everyone's thinking that's watching this. They did a great job adjusting at the half. Oftentimes you don't make adjustments. You just dial into your game plan a little bit better, and maybe they're starting to make some headway.
Off the play fake, here's Hurts. Pass to Brown, he's got it on the crossing route.
And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run. This quarterback now 11 of 16 through the air. It's 1st and 10. A give to Barkley out of the gun. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves it with 2 to go on second down.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end.
Running again with Barkley on second down.
And he is going to lose yardage here. He'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on third down.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
Hurts sets up to throw it.
And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. They could not contain Kenny Clark as he gets home for the sack.
So Hurts is off, and on comes Jake Elliott for the Eagle field goal.
The kick by Elliott is good. And they have regained the lead. They don't get a touchdown here on the opening drive of the third quarter, but I think maybe you still say mission accomplished as they come away with the lead.
No, absolutely. You keep the pressure on, right? You go downfield, get some points up on the board, and hope that you've motivated your defense to take the field and hold that lead.
And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. The Cowboys offense now, they head out for their first possession of the second half. And they find themselves down on the scoreboard following the field goal a moment ago.
And I think even though they trail in the game now, I would consider that a win for their defense, and that's probably what they're telling the offense when they get to the bench. Hey, the onus is on you guys now. Get back out there and get us the lead back.
Brings up
Second and 9.
At the 34-yard line.
Here's Prescott.
And this will be well too low for him to bring in. It's incomplete.
So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
And that will be incomplete.
I think it's safe to say that he's made some questionable decisions out there so far. Forced some throws into tight coverage. He's already been picked off in this game. Fourth down now, but he was fortunate on that one not to have another turnover on his ledger.
So a good punt there, but a nice return of 11 yards. And it will be Eagles football, 1st and 10. The Eagles offense and Jalen Hurts ready to take over once more. And as we show you some of the highlights from earlier, he has been instrumental in getting his guys the lead as he looks to finish strong and close this one out. Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10
at their own 24. They'll try and start this drive in the air.
And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it.
Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the third quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
An awful lot of congestion in the middle third of the field, but how about our defensive tackle right there? He didn't just hold the line, he provided some push and smacked the ball carrier down for a loss.
What do they have for this? 3rd and 11.
And they'll send the tight end in motion here.
Throwing is Hurts.
5 yards that time out of the scramble. But now they're looking at a 4th down situation. The Eagles send out their punter now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. Pulled in at the 24.
A good head-down running on the return gets about 15 yards.
And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old-school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive.
And that is incomplete. Now the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Third quarter of a 2-point game, a good one so far. Here's 2nd and 10.
They'll run out of the gun here. Williams. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
A gain of 1 brings up 3rd down and 9.
To throw is Prescott. And he fires one, but incomplete.
But how about coverage we just saw him break out on third down. Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
And he missed it. It's no good. And they'll remain down by 2.
Wow, partner, it's almost a little jarring to see a holder set up on the other side of midfield. I haven't brought out my binoculars to make sure on that one. That is showing an awful lot of confidence in the kicker to try and hit from 61 yards. And this one winds up no good.
A first down carry for Barkley. And a good job of just fighting through one tackle there to pick up about 3. Second down coming up.
Not a big run on the first play of the drive, but that doesn't necessarily mean it was a bad play. Sometimes you're just trying to settle in, get your guys a little bit of contact, and get things moving.
From the 46, here's second down and 7. They go play action with Hurts.
It's caught on the right side at Smith. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
I think as he began this throw, you saw that the area was congested, but he has a lot of confidence in his arm, and he fits that one in there nicely. They pick up the catch. Not much yardage afterwards.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. Hurts to his former Alabama teammate Smith for an Eagle first down.
First down, Philadelphia.
They'll look to throw. And incomplete.
So much of this game is about leverage. We always talk about low man wins in the trenches. Well, it's like that in just about every position. And sometimes, if you lose that leverage and you're losing the battle, just jump up at the line of scrimmage and try and bat the ball away. And that's exactly...
Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line.
The former third overall pick, Quinnen Williams there to bring him down. So after that sack, Hurts and the Eagles, tough spot here, 3rd and long.
They'll try the right side here. Barkley breaks the tackle. He's got room to run. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line.
So Hurts is off, and on comes Jake Elliott for the Eagle field goal.
He connected on his first. This time it's 39 yards away. The kick by Elliott is good. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3.
So his second field goal now here in this 3rd quarter.
The first one got him the lead, and this one adds to it, but by no means is this one locked down. This is very much anyone's game.
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Dallas offense set for this next drive.
And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
Now it's a bootleg with Prescott. Sliding out of the pocket.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Reek Willen.
And the return stops at the 39-yard line.
Even those tenured quarterbacks can still get fooled from time to time. He clearly thought he had a throwing lane, but the defense shut it down and picked it off. I'm sure he's frustrated with himself, but I'm also sure he'll shake it off.
Hurts.
Incomplete.
That was nice work there defensively to force incompletion. Now, even though this drive started in plus territory, they're still not in field goal range yet. So they can work towards another couple of stops and not allowing that turnover to hurt.
To throw again on 2nd down. Hurts. Hurts fumbles it. But it looks like one of the DBs has it. So turnovers, Charles, you figure will be key in the second half, and that's a big giveaway there.
Yeah, and as you and I both know, coaches are always preaching ball security, and none more often than right here in the second half of a tight football game. Now you've got to believe what the coaches are saying and take care of that football.
They begin the drive with Williams. And he'll get this up to about the 40. 3 quarters in the books. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here on EA Sports. It's the Cowboys in possession of the football, but they trail here as we begin the 4th quarter of play.
They'll come up on a 2nd and 4 now from the 40-yard line.
They'll hand it off now. Williams.
And only a couple for him there as the tackle is made at the 42. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
The Cowboys on 3rd down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. Here it's 3rd and 2. Throwing. Prescott.
Short pass taken in by Schoonmaker. And he's going to be touched down right at the line of scrimmage.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. Big strides, look at him go.
Touchdown!
Luke Schoonmaker,
57 yards.
and the Cowboys use the defensive breakdown to take the lead away here in the 4th.
Now a big 2-point conversion attempt still to come.
The Cowboys will line up for the 2-point conversion.
Prescott, they're going to throw for it. And he'll get into the end zone. So now a field goal would only tie as they up their lead to 3. The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Philadelphia's offense ready to go again. We certainly have a good run on our hands. They're trailing after that last touchdown, but now a chance for this offense to try to snag that lead right back here in the 4th quarter. Hurts with a little pop pass on the jet sweep.
And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask.
But Charles, they're trying to protect this lead late. Those are the types of mistakes they could afford to go without.
About the last thing you want to give them is help in completing a comeback, which is exactly what that penalty does.
Hurts with a quick throw, complete.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
That coach is always harp on the quarterback reading the defense and getting it to the open man. That's good recognition there, and that's not what he did after the catch.
Yeah, hit your tight end, let him get some rack.
Yeah, when he gets moving, not many guys want to come over and put a hit on him, do they?
Play action. Here's Hurts.
He's got Smith here. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. He winds up giving a yard back there, and now it's 3rd and 2.
Made the quick throw there outside the numbers, and you can feel the thought process. They just wanted to get in his hands and let him make a play. But how about the job they did defensively to keep him bottled up? Instead, they tackle him for a loss.
They'll go to the air here on 3rd and 2. And he is caught. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. Well, they were in search of a short gain on 3rd down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown, and that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. Barkley is going to go backwards. He'll lose yardage back to the 5. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
It's a loss of 1. Brings up 2nd and goal at the 5-yard line.
Another try for Barkley. And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I don't think...
And this time he is in.
Yes.
Saquon Barkley taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Eagles answer back with a touchdown of their own to take a 4th quarter lead.
The kick is good.
Elliott good with a PAT. And that will make this a 4-point game. Elliott now to kick this one away. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. Now here come the Cowboys. And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the 4th quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one. Prescott now. Left side to Lamb. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And it's 2nd down.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the 31-yard line.
A give to Williams, running right. Pushes him over. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 92 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
On play action, Prescott. Able to hit his target Lamb. Short completion, just 4 yards. And that's going to bring up 2nd down.
Now 2nd and 6 at their 49-yard line.
Williams pushing his way through. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. It's a gain of 12, and the Cowboys pick up the 1st. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Now Prescott. He finds Pickens over the middle.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
Now a man who's been busy this afternoon, it's Williams. That's some strong running there as he's down just shy of the 20 on the edge of the red zone. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. On 1st down, it's Blue. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
They'll come up now, 2nd and 9. Now Dak. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. That's big Jordan Davis powering in to drop him. A big play needed, no doubt. 3rd and long. Here's Dak. Over the middle, hauled in by Lamb. But now all of a sudden, the shoe's kind of on the other foot. Maybe pull the reins back here a bit?
Yeah, a little bit, because you got to make sure that you don't score too quickly.
Fourth down.
Here it is, 4th and inches. Desperation time. Prescott on 4th. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And this 10-play drive winds up yielding nothing. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And 3 timeouts remaining here defensively, but really not much reason to use them at this point, as this one is all but over. And he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it. Elliott now to add the extra point. And that one pushes the lead up to 11. Those are the ones the offensive coordinators dream about. One-play drives from that distance. What an effort. It results in the touchdown. And he won't quite make it to the 25. So Dak and the Cowboys down by 11, a little under 30 seconds remaining. It's an extremely tall order in front of them, but they've got the ball with a first down. Here's Prescott. That's caught by Flournoy. And he's going to pick up a first down here as that clock continues to run. Now a timeout called for by the offense.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Prescott. That's complete to Lamb. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now. They'll come up 1st and 10 here.
1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
To throw, Prescott. Looking for Pickens. He's got him on the out route. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. Here's 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 30-yard line.
Now Prescott. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. And he'll take this all the way down inside the 40. With the points that we've seen scored, neither defense has been at their best, but these guys have been a little bit better, Charles, and a nice interception there.
Yeah, you're right about that, Brandon. Let's face it. It's not always how you start, it's how you finish, right? So maybe you have a rough game all the way along. If you make a big play like that at the right time, it can make everything turn out just okay.
Well, things started off exciting. This one had a high-scoring first half, and nobody let their foot off the gas in the second half either, Charles. And, you know, for them, a really nice victory in a high-scoring output.
You're right about that, because so many times we'll see teams come out slow and take a while to get going, and points become a little bit harder to score near the end of games, as we know, because everyone tightens down. But no such issue